love the title of the seminar, and I do that because I'm actually a fan of unreasonable women. I think they tend to change the world. I certainly hope that my daughters will become, to a certain extent, unreasonable women. And the irony about that statement is that the word unreasonable just comes from the male-centric view of women that want to go beyond their traditional boundaries and want to dream big. And I think, you know, I'm sure you've experienced this too, but I've experienced this in my work environment, that very often, you know, the most capable women in an organization is often labeled by, to be honest, men to be quite unreasonable and quite pushy, and terms that would never be applied to men who are even more aggressive, but then they're just considered very strong leaders. So just that difference of terminology of strong leaders versus, you know, kind of unreasonable or pushy women leaders just indicates what exactly is wrong with the kind of the cultural paradigm of both the professional world and bureaucracies, I think, all around the world, which is changing, but I think it needs to be changing faster. So I think it's a very perfect depiction and choice of title that you had. So one of the things that we are pushing in this new kind of paradigm of emancipated learning, we call it Merdeka Belajar, or emancipated learning, is this concept of teaching at the right level. It's this concept that the curriculum is there as a continuum, as a spectrum that teachers are free to use depending on the different level of competencies of their kids. So if they want to split their classroom into different levels, they can do that. If they want to use an online test using technology and start segmenting their class based on level of competencies and give them segmented or personalized homework, they should do that, right? The point here is that standardization is really the least optimal way of getting everyone to learn at their because everyone learns at their own pace. This is the fundamental truth about learning and child psychology, right? So this paradigm shift of giving the freedom to teachers to actually say, you know what, my class is a little bit, it's 1 year behind on this kind of field based on these diagnostics, I should have the right to move back and try to catch up. Or maybe a certain group of my class is a little bit behind on this subject, but another group is advanced in another subject. And I would like to customize and segmentize. So this is the link, Lou, between what you mentioned about personalization and segmentation, and also helping, for example, girls be able to advance in areas and succeed in areas, and they don't get held back because they just have certain differences at an earlier age, right? So it plays into the gender question, though this is beneficial for boys and for girls, right? For boys and for girls. And I think one last point of this is that it's not just the segmentizing and personalization. You've also got to start to introduce choice. And the choices that happen as they get older should not dictate their opportunities, should not limit and contain their opportunities.